A sprightly, silver-haired gentleman meets us in the embassy waiting room and introduces himself as Jean-Paul Girard. He leads us to a small office where we can have our conversation in privacy. Monsieur, we begin. You knew General Armstead from his tour of duty in École Militaire, did you not? Yes, the general. He was but a captain at the time, was one of a group of English officers sent to our war college. We, in turn, sent a number of French officers to your war college at Sandhurst. I was assigned to the General's Guild, the General's Guide, as it were, during his stay, but we were quartered together and were constantly in each other's company for an entire year. In such a situation, people emerge as either the worst of enemies or the best of friends. Happily, the latter was true in our case. Would you describe the General as he was at that time? The General was quite a dashing fellow. I would say that when on duty, there was no more dedicated officer in the English army. His knowledge of military history was astounding, but off duty, well, that was another matter entirely. He breaks into a broad grin. I'm afraid the General is quite a devote of wine, women, and song, although not by any means in that order. I was quite amazed at, shall we say, his stamina. I, a Frenchman, could not keep up with him. When I complained that he was putting me and my countrymen to shame in the matters of love, he laughed and said that it was because we did not have a horse face to spur us on. You see,
a horse face to what?
to spur us on.
Horse face to spur us on.
Mm-hmm.
Referring to his unattractive wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I was like, what?
You see, just before the General left England, he had become engaged to Mary Fitch.
Oh, fiancé.
Yep. Later,
already been told
Mrs.
you
Armstead, he had conferred the unfortunate sobriquet Horseface. It was a marriage of convenience only. It would provide the General with a social position and a significant increase in wealth. He looked on his stay in France as a last fling before the marriage knot was tied around his neck, was the way he phrased it. So, there was no particular woman in the General's life at the time. Curiously, there was someone, although I never learned her name. My little flower, he called her. I remember one morning, actually, it was in the middle of the night, near the end of his tour of duty, when the General awakened me. It was obvious that he had not been to bed, and he was slightly inebriated. He wanted me to rise and sort with him out into the country. I told him to get some sleep. Morning call was only an hour or so away. With my rebuff, he settled down on his bed and rambled on somewhat cryptically about promises that must be kept and promises that couldn't be. Finally, he slumped back on his bed and sighed. My little flower, I shall never forget the depth of that sigh. Ma Fleurette, he said. Have you seen the General of 10 over the years? No, not at all. In fact, our friendship has been entirely maintained by correspondence. Last week, when I arrived in London, we had supper at Rule's, and then went to see a French actor, Philip Arnoux, perform. The General commented that my presence next to him was while French was being spoken from the stage, reminded him of the old days. It was, in fact, the first time in almost 40 years that we had actually been in each other's presence. Your visit went well? Oh, exceedingly. The General was in excellent spirits. Was there anything in particular on his mind? Did he seem normal? No, not at ale. He joked at length. He joked at length about upcoming Tontine celebration at the Langham.
It's in the newspaper.
Alas, he even predicted he would certainly outlast the other ticket holders and win. He was also very enthusiastic about the new information concerning the Polar Star. He wished to meet someone this week a countryman of mine, if I'm not mistaken, who was to give him that information. If anything, he was looking forward to that meeting. What business did his appointment with you this afternoon involve? The business of two old friends simply getting together and dine and chat. It was hard for me to believe that my good friend is gone.
Just two friends.
Yeah, but it does say that the person that was making the deal with him was a fellow Frenchman.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
Polar Star.
And that was, and he was meeting him about the ticket
The
contest.
tontine.
The tontine.
No,
No.
about the Polar Star. He says he had information that he was
Okay.
dropping off.
Oh, okay.
So,
about
What was we saw there was a letter from the contact about the Polar Star. What was the date on that letter? Or what was the date that they were going to make the exchange of cash for information?
That is in there.
Was that the meeting later that week at the Bridge House Hotel?
It's 59 Southwest, right? Yeah.
Because he had something on his schedule that I didn't about the Bridge
For a
House
fellow who describes their deep, long-standing friendship with such dulcet tones and homoeroticism, it seems odd that he's not more broken up by his friend's death.
He was also very enthusiastic about the new information concerning the Polar Star. He was to meet someone this week, a countryman of mine, if I'm not mistaken. So he's not sure, but he thinks it could be a Frenchman, who was to give him that information. If anything, he was looking forward to that meeting.
There's French plays in town.
So if we go back to the
Can you
house,
confirm the play he
he had a letter sitting on his desk from his contact.
What the?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Where's his house?
He said they went to the play
27
there.
Northwest.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, just in that description. Is that play described here?
French plays, sole manager, Mr. Eric Idler. Now,
Philip
the way the
Arnoux.
entire company, 40 number of the company are no. Paris appears to be considered two great successes of the year. Vive l'Empereur and Paris fin de Sasclay. Box office opens daily from 10 to 5.
Because he says they went to the show. If the show actually took place,
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, it was Philip Arnoux.
The ticket is still at the general's place. It wasn't taken after the murder.
No, it was framed. It was still
It's
framed.
framed. It doesn't matter.
oh yeah,
It's
that
to his
doesn't matter.
name,
The
yeah.
ticket is only a placeholder.
Okay.
So no one actually needs it to claim victory.
Yeah.
That's right. He just has to kill off the other people.
He just has to be the last.
If that is
one.
indeed the
Aye.
motive.
So can you confirm that the play occurred as when they said they happened?
It just says that they're happening. Doesn't,
Is it daily?
it just says entertainments. Doesn't say anything about like a
Who
schedule.
they are? Or just
No, we can probably go to the play place.
To
Talk
confirm
them.
that
I
it's
feel
not
like
an
that
idea.
would be a waste of time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I
how-
think that's
how
a red
much
herring.
that
Like,
is there. I don't know. There's the place by the hotel. What is it? The Bridge House Hotel.
so this is
And I
very
feel like we're
interesting.
just going
So,
everywhere.
well, so it is becoming increasingly.
There's Pierre Mitin.
Where does his wife live? We were
There's
talking
nothing
about-
Next to
under
the manuscripts that the general is writing about the Polar Star is a letter from Pierre Martin.
Martin.
It simply states that he is prepared to divulge the name of the present owner of the gem for the agreed upon fee. Information and money are to be traded at the Bridge House Hotel at 10 a.m. on the 12th, the day after this case takes place.
All right. So is Pierre Martin someone in the book?
We should be, but we can look up the Bridge House Hotel.
tomorrow.
But Martin not.
Probably not,
No,
if he doesn't
he's
live in
not in
London.
Because
We could check both, though.
I had just checked it. It's not there.
Okay.
But I'm gonna look up Bridge House.
There are lists of locations, I believe, in the back.
it
I
may
think it
be
goes by
possible that
hotels
it's
and
not
stuff.
just Senate. It could be a conspiracy amongst the French.
Yeah, Bridge House Hotel,
Because-
3 Southeast.
It could be
Oh yeah, there's these.
that multiple
If-
people work together to. Because
organize it?
Yeah, because you can't kill the general without Senate.
The Polar Star originally
Maybe
belonged to
underage.
Napoleon's brother, so it could
Yes.
be important to
It was-
the French history
Yes.
that they
Well, and it
get
seems.
it back to France.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably in France now, right?
It traces its
No,
ownership
it
from
was
Napoleon's
stolen from the
brother.
Russian.
Yeah, up to a Russian Count Rostov, who acquired it in the year
Yeah, Bridge
1872, and from whom it was stolen in 1887.
Yep.
So they don't know where it is.
So, but that's
This guy
weird.
comes forward with information about it.
So Pierre is like,
A lot of people are interested.
Pierre's a Frenchman, right?
Yeah.
So if he knows where it is and it's important, I mean, I guess he could be a turncoat or whatever, but yeah.
Well, he may just also be like, because not everyone cares about stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
And it's entirely possible that he's just doing it for the money because he
Right.
knows who actually owns it.
Yeah.
But the French are more interested in getting that because basically, I'm presuming
Mhm.
that if he finds who stole it, that the French will be able to recover it.
Yeah. That's true.
Because it seems to me that whomever is trying to kill him is just trying to keep this information from being discovered.
Could be.
There's no other reasonable reason for killing these other 5 people that have motive for killing him. They're kind of like it's too much of a diversion. Like there's too many people in that
Unless
list.
all 5 of them conspired. No.
That would be amazing because Murder on the Orient Express is one of my favorite books. But
Don't spoil it, James. All right.
yes, they were all in on it.
So, where's the Bridgewater Hotel?
It appears
It is.
that Sherlock Holmes partook of morphine
Bridgewater
and
or
cocaine
Bridge House?
as well as opium.
Whoa.
The Bridge House.
Oh, okay.
3,
Yeah, we can definitely
southeast.
get the latter too.
So any of those will suffice as to solving this case.
I'm gonna make sure that's right.
Well, actually, no. We probably do need to mix them all together to
Yes.
get the proper effect.
Yes.
3,
And we don't know his
Yeah,
dosage.
I just want to make sure I have the right
That's
hotel.
true.
Bridge House Hotel.
Metabolism.
Yep.
Yeah,
This is
there's
going to be very
Let's do
difficult to
some
emulate.
experimentation. There's
That's-
a
Let's
Wikipedia
get
page
started.
on people
All right.
who have died of speed bombers.
Going to the Bridge House Hotel.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
There's
What do we hope to find there?
Well, that's where he's meeting Pierre Martin. So maybe we can find the guy's room, or
Okay.
at least find him and question him about what the Polar Star.
Oh, so is there before you read this, is there a timetable? Like the meeting's supposed to take place the day after today.
So
right?
our investigation happens on the 11th.
So this is the day the meeting was supposed to take.
Tomorrow.
No,
No,
that's
no.
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Oh,
the
okay.
meeting's supposed to take place on the 12th.
Okay, so we are one day. So is there anything?
We can't skip ahead in time.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
see. All right,
Yeah, I was wondering if we could like stage
a meeting, right?
yeah.
or like no,
It's like-
stake it out.
Yeah,
see
yeah,
who
yeah.
shows
Adapt
up
one of these
and,
cases
like,
into a role playing game, so you guys can actually play out all these things.
Yeah.
Let me
like, we
let
wanna
me
do
get
all
this.
sorts
Let me
of
understand this right.
shenanigans.
There is a bunch of locations here.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
just go to each location, we read the thing, eventually we go, we got it.
Yes.
Then we compare with what the true answers are.
Yes.
Oh, so this
That
is like
is it.
That is correct.
Yeah, this is like a very like
It's simple.
clue-ish type of game where it's like, it was
It is.
Madame
Is it-
Bouvier with the like scarf in the toilet.
Yeah.
It's not like we can just keep digging and digging.
Right.
Oh, we can. We'll just run ourselves into the ground.
Well, I mean, we're not getting more information out of any one of these things we already have. We're just adding more
Correct.
information
Right, yes.
to it.
Until we can
It's
answer
just
all of those
from
questions
different
at the end.
places.
Do we know what all the questions are?
No, I'm not sure if I should read them off.
Okay.
Oh, so you
Oh,
don't
because
find out
those
what the
might-
questions will be until you think you've solved
Because
it.
some of them in the first case were like kind of spoiler-y. So yeah, you're supposed to like
okay.
go to the end when you think you have an idea.
That makes sense because if
Yeah.
they ask you a question
Because
like
it'll be
blah,
like, if you
go,
find out why this guy did this thing,
yeah, then you would know you would have to go to that
then
location.
you'd be like, oh, why didn't I
Oh,
do
go
that?
ahead.
Oh,
Ian.
please, sorry.
Okay. There's quite a hubbub in progress as we enter the Bridge House Hotel. From the murmurings of the crowd in the lobby, we quickly gather that a murder has been committed. We recognize Constable Shook at the foot of the main staircase and advance towards him. How in the world did you hear about it? The body was found only 10 minutes ago. We explain that we just happened to be at the hotel and another errand to see Pierre Martin. That's what? That's the very fellow that was done in.
Gasp.
Yeah.
The plot
No.
thickens.
Dun, dun.
Yawn.
I know.
What? Obvious, Sir Obviousville is
Oh,
is obvious.
This is
Captain Obvious.
Morris drinks
so
apple
obvious.
juice while we're all drinking champagne. That's why he
Right.
already knows what's happening.
Yeah.
Apple juice.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you are actually drinking like apple cider, aren't you?
No, it's
No.
Oh, okay.
We ask him to let us pass,
It's the
and
exact
he does
inverse.
so reluctantly. Second floor, he calls after us. Hey, you. Who said anything about you? What?
He's yelling at us because we're going and we shouldn't.
Okay. Oh gosh. Back you and none o' your lip is what it says here.
Back you, none of your lip.
Yeah.
Oh, I
he's
see.
talking to the crowd.
Yeah,
He's letting
yeah.
people through.
We make our way through the crowd gathered on the second floor to talk to the policeman at the door. At the doorway of room 226. Our luck holds, for Wiggins is acquainted with the officer, and he lets us enter. We arrive in time to overhear the third officer interrogating the desk clerk. He checked into the hotel on the 8th. He was French. This morning, he brought down 2 letters to be posted. The proximity of the body is clearly making him nervous. Letters to who? I don't know, but he pointed to them and asked where Brick Street and Point Street were in relation to hotel.
Here's a list of more of the allies.
So Brick
Yeah.
Street is where.
Brick Street and Point Street were in relation to the hotel.
So
Brick Street is where the
the
general
address of the
lives.
hotel is 3rd Southeast.
Yes.
Okay. So we want to look. So the
Third
hotel's
Southeast.
the hotel's over here. Where's 3?
1, 2, 3.
There it is. There's the hotel. General's house is over here.
That's quite the walk.
That is a long way.
Okay.
10 minutes ago? Or body was found 10 minutes ago. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Brick Street and Park Lane.
No, what was the second street?
Point Street. Brick Street and Point Street.
That's Brick Street. Where's Point Street?
We'll follow Brick.
I think it's just this little tiny thing.
I don't know. It might be. What does it say? Why does it? It doesn't say anything else.
Point
Or?
Street?
Oh yeah, it does.
Okay,
You
but-
just wanted to look it up, so
Okay.
I stopped reading.
All right. So
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. Who found the body? I did. I came to deliver a wire. The constable picks up a telegram lying on the desk. Is this the wire? At the clerk's nod. The affirmative. The constable scowls at the message. It says here, information still valuable. See me. Clive Dornan. Northgate and Co. Publishers.
that's the guy who's publishing the book.
Yep.
And
What
it said that where?
On the
on the telegraph sent to the
murder victim, Pierre Martin.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
What information would that be? I have no idea. Did you see anyone suspicious hanging about? Yes, sir. Well, no. I mean a very large man with a foreign accent. Russian, I think. Asked for Mr. Martin several hours ago. I told him he was in and to go right up. Oh, did you now? Well, yes, sir. He was very well dressed and well-mannered, and I didn't think anything of it at the time. It was long before the man came down. He was almost running, and I saw him go out the front door and hail a cab. A large man, huh? Well, the looks of it, this one was strangled with bare hands.
Peter note that it's.
Strangled with his bare hands?
Yep.
Holy shit, that's not an easy thing to do.
The constable
Russian.
dismisses the clerk and takes a long look at the body of Pierre Martin. Too bad the murderer didn't get more of his foot in it, he says, pointing to the overturned inkwell on the floor.
Oh, wait, was it Pont Street?
No.
Or Point Street?
Sweet.
Pont, yeah.
Oh, Pont Street's down here.
P-O-N-T.
I already found that one.
P-O-N-T?
The culprit had evidently stepped in the ink, but only with one toe on one foot. The tracks, such as they are, grow fainter as the murderer neared the door and disappeared altogether at the threshold. What's this? Says the constable, rummaging through the dead man's belongings. He shows a passport of the name Andre Martin. Oh, Andre Martin. He found a passport of the name Andre Martin. The guy we're coming to see is
Yeah,
Pierre
Pierre.
Martin.
So
Anyway, that's the end.
Andre Martin.
So the
And they're
Russian.
not the same person?
Like,
Like,
Doesn't
are
have-
there,
does
is
it
there
have
a
his
picture?
picture?
no.
Oh, okay.
There's no pictures. There's this
That's
guy.
right, because
You
it's
can
just
look
the
at this
narrative. It's like,
I mean, they
Look,
can,
we saw the name, but we didn't take that long of a look.
Did passports have pictures back
Yes.
oh yes.
then? Really? Okay.
Oh yes.
Wait, did they actually have photography then? They did, right?
I mean, they would have had
Yeah.
photography.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you would have your picture on a passport.
Yeah,
Like, it was still
actually,
expensive.
I don't think you would have a picture on a passport then.
In 1888.
Is there one for
Yes.
Andrea Martin?
We have
Oh,
some
yeah,
crazy
I can-